Hello again, my name is Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I will be looking at the Vantec single rounded cables.
And these are the products. First I'll look at the floppy cable here. Of course you can see it's a single rounded floppy cable. And of course one thing distinctive about this is the fact that it is a single cable. And if you look at a normal floppy cable, of course, you normally have two connectors here on the ends for two devices. With this, in most cases now, people just have one single floppy cable and that's it. This certainly is great for small cases. This is the 10-inch. You can also get an 18-inch one of these. And these, of course, are the single ATA 133-100 cables, and as you can see, they're very cool looking. These are what you call silver mesh. You can get these in two other colors. These are actually a little bit more expensive than the other colored ones. However, they're really the same. They do the same thing and they serve the same purpose. Now, of course, with all of these cables, no matter if they're the regular kind of cable or if they're this kind of cable, the blue goes connected into the motherboard and the black end goes connected into your hard drives. Now, if you're wondering, well, what is the difference between this kind of cable, the single rounded cable, and the two-device rounded cable? Well, I will show you. Of course, it's very simple and very clear. This here, for instance, is the two-device rounded cable. This goes plugged into the motherboard, this goes into the slave, and this goes into the master hard drive. Of course, with this cable, you do not have this here at all. It goes right from the motherboard right to the single drive. These cables here are great for a non-RAID setup. If you're into some kind of a RAID configuration, you might want to consider these. Or if you do not have a lot of hard drives in your case, certainly these would definitely be the ones to go with. Let me now show you what it's like with the regular style cable, and when you put these in, you'll notice that it will clean the system up and it will enable airflow to go through the system quite better than having the regular style cables installed. For demonstrations reasons, I will be using a motherboard that's actually outside the case. However, you can see by this that there is quite a mess of cables here. I have one going to a DVD drive and another drive and a floppy drive. You have three cables here, and you can see what a hindrance this would be for airflow inside your case. Now, taking this all out and installing these nice single rounded cables will clean this up substantially. With these rounded cables installed, there is certainly a major difference, as you can see here, between using the regular style cable and this kind of cable. It does, of course, look a lot better. It looks neater. Also, of course, you're going to get much better air circulation inside your case with this kind of cable installed.
As you saw there, it's very, very easy to straighten away a big mess when you've got those standard cables with these single rounded cables from Vantec. Of course, they are extremely inexpensive, and it does, of course, increase air circulation through your case. Now, if you're wondering how much of a degree Celsius are you going to get in temperature differences inside your case, well, it all depends. It certainly depends if, for instance, you have an intake fan at the front bottom and that particular cable or those particular cables are blocking that intake. There could be as much as probably a 3 to 5 degrees Celsius difference inside your case because the air is really not getting into the case. So certainly in that situation there would be a drastic difference. In most situations you'll probably notice a 1 to 3 degrees Celsius difference, and even that does help when you're speaking especially about an Athlon-based system where certainly the CPUs do rise quite high in the Celsius range. And something else, of course, to remember, if you're getting into window kits, this looks really, really cool looking. So as well, for the cool factor, these cables are certainly as well very, very practical. So once again, the Vantec, both the rounded cables for the ATA 133 and the 100, as well as the floppy, are great, super. Very easy to install, of course, very inexpensive, and they work. A 9.5 out of 10 for these cables. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds, and this has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also, be sure to check out my website at www.3dgameman.com, and also check out the forums. In the forums, you can register. Registration is free. You can find out more information about these products and about all the products which I video review. Until the next time, take care.